Hello, ladies. Hello. I'm just getting everything prepped for you. So we'll get started on the hour. I think I'm coordinated. I have it coordinated enough today to actually read your comments and be able to answer them. We will see how that goes. I think. Then again, maybe not. I just want. Hello, hello, who's here? Who's here? Somebody shy is here, I think. Yeah, the Slurper King. I'm being good. I'm waiting right to the hour. I'm having one more slurper tea, and then we'll get going. You can see this one. Okay. I think somebody had coffee. Oh. I need to figure out how to turn the volume off so we don't have feedback. I think somebody had coffee. Oh. I need to figure out how to turn the volume off so we don't have feedback. No sound. There we go. Okay, now we shouldn't have comment, but at least I'd have somebody to talk to. Okay, so this morning, well, it's morning for me, ladies. It's 10 o'clock here in Vancouver. It's a typical spring cloudy day here in Vancouver. Hello, Carol. So I'm going to laugh because I'll explain my red fingers in a bit, but I was thinking of you, and oh, I should have worn gloves. Okay, so this morning, yeah, we're playing with this Whittle Reindeer kit. And you know what? I'm having so much fun. I didn't have so much fun. I am having so much fun with this kit. It comes with all these dies. And at first when I opened it, I was like, oh, they're with those dies that are all joined together. But it's perfect. The green trees are all green, like the trees are all green, so it works. And the deers are brown and they're all joined. And the antlers and the hats, it just works. And I'm quite happy. As I said, the good thing about them is because if they were so little and they were separate, it would really be a nuisance. So, yeah. And it also comes with this little set of stamps with "I love you dearly," "You're tremendous," "Heard you had a birthday," "Cheers, my dear," "To a friend," "Fond of you," and "Missing you." So it's a nice little kit. And as I said, I'm having so much fun. One, because of the size of it. I can use my little machine. So when you see my world shake today, I'm using my little Sizzix machine, and I do enjoy my little Sizzix because I can have it on my desk and just cut away and cut more pieces as I need and stuff like that. And all these pieces fit through there, right? You just have to orientate them the right way. Right. This magnetic sheet actually does come with the set. So it's really nice. This is one of the memory box, I assume, magnetic sheets, which I use to sort and organize a lot of things. And just to get this pile out of my way, I want to tell you some of the colors we're going to be using today, because just to get it over with. So we have this new line of paper. It's called Prism Studios. It is distributed from Canada. So we've been having so much problem getting paper. I'm hoping that this will work and we'll have a consistent color line for you from now on. Yeah, so this is Bulrush. It's a brown. I don't know how colors are working on the screen very well. And this is their white. Right now it's Snowdrop. Now it's not a bright white like the Solar White, the Nina Solar White. And I've sent a bunch off. I sent a package to Allison to get her to do her Copic thing. I did have to pull out my Hero Arts to match something else. The Prism line doesn't have this green. This one is called Palm. But I really wanted this green to match with some plaid paper, which I will show you in a bit. This is Coconut, which is even a darker brown than the Bulrush. This one's more of that lighter color. I don't know if you can see the difference on camera. Magnolia. It's that off-white color. I found it. And then I also pulled out both reds. I pulled out like this blue-red hibiscus. And I leave them in the package. And I only do that is so I can remember to tell people what colors I'm doing. Otherwise, I'd have them in my nice little file. Amaryllis as the other red. And then another, I'll be using the Ponderosa and the Balsam. I'm using it all. Pulled out all of the Christmas colors today. So those are the colors we're using. And because I was sitting playing with my my little Sizzix, I realized I cut a bunch. I was having so much fun cutting these things out. These are little 6.5 pieces which go right through here, and so I can just grab them and go. Other paper I'm playing with today is some glimmer paper in the white. And is there acetate? I am working with some acetate. I'll pull this out later. It is, I have clear acetate, which is the hair I'm using these because they're just so nice just a nice size and stuff like that to play with. And this is a great big 12 by 12 sheet of snowflake acetate that I have. Okay, what else are we playing with today? The Stampers Anonymous Bold Tidings Minis. I like these. These work for me. They're nice and bold, right? And the shrunk ones, these are the little ones, not the big size.
I was going to pull out this, but I didn't use it, so I put it away. I was playing with that, and not going to show you that card. I'm not finished that card yet. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, and we're using this. Now, this is Holiday Plaids from Photoplay. It's a great little 6x6 pad. Lots of plaids to play with. I was thinking plaid backgrounds, plaid hats. And you know what? It's also kind of nice because it has some black in it, and you can pull the blacks and still be Christmas. As you can see, I was cutting and stuff like that. So I'm starting with, this is that Hero Arts green palm. And I kind of liked this paper, red and green, to pull from. And then all my bits, I've got some, okay, I have cut out a bunch of green trees in this matte coordinating palm, and one of the deers out of Craft. Did I not show you? I'm also using their Craft. Now, the great thing about these little stamps, okay, so it's called Whittle, and I love that name. They have a whole line of Whittle. Whittle stamps. And it's cute because they all kind of look like wood carvings, but they're also little. So the play on words just, you know, makes my heart happy. Okay, so this needs a sentiment, and I thought I would use Dashing Through the Snow. So I have it all set up on my pad here. I can leave those there. You can see this. Okay, so this is one of those things. Is this in a distress embossing or a Versamark thing? I'm going with my Versamark just because they are nice and close, and I don't want it too goopy. But I will do it like 3 times just to make sure it's nice and dark. Where's my handle when I need it? Oh, huh. I usually have my handle right here. I must have been doing something with it. Yeah. Walked away with it. Okay. Oh, there's my favorite handle. So I'm getting older. My hands are getting sore. And so I love my stamp tools. It's not about the pressure. It's about the even pressure. And you get these beautiful stamp lines. It's more apparent when you're stamping stuff with a lot of detail. But I know if I'm pushing down here on the edge of this, sorry, I don't know if you can see if that's off camera, it's not giving nice even pressure. So I just like to run over top of it with my handle. Okay, so now we have a beautiful Dashing Through the Snow, and I will set this aside. And I don't know if you can see on camera, but there's my little cheat sheet. My plaid isn't white, it's off-white, or it's beigey. Anyway, I happen to have some ivory colored embossing powder, so I didn't want it to sort of stand out like a sore thumb, so I grabbed that. And I just realized that I didn't use my tool, my embossing powder. Yes. So it didn't stick everywhere, but that's okay. It doesn't seem to be too much static on this day. Okay, well, maybe there is. We might have to redo this, you guys, if it's all over the place. I'm going to fold this and put it back in the bottle. Now, check your stash, because so many companies do an off-white, whether it's called ecru or cream or something like that. And I'm just going to grab one of the brushes from my bin here and brush off all of the fine bits. one's not too bad though. Okay, so excuse me a minute while I emboss and make a lot of noise. It'll give me a second to check comments. Carol's here. Hi, Carol. Sound will come back. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's here. Anybody else here? That's me and Carol and Kathy. Who else is here? Say hello. Tell us where you're from. I always, the nice thing about the internet is to meet like-minded people all over the place. So I am using my heat it tool, which is not normally what I would do. It's just because I had it handy. I have it hanging here. I was using it earlier. I will go through that. I will explain that in a bit, and then it just happens to be handy. But it takes a long time. There we go. It's starting to change, so it won't be much longer. Niagara. Nice. I'm glad you can hear now. Okay. Sorry, ladies. I wore my watch today because although I've been so nervous doing these, I've been running over time. So I have my physical watch on so that I can, when to shut down and stop talking. Still needs a little more in the middle. So, ladies, how long have you been stamping for? Because before there were nice little tools like this, we were using light bulbs and toaster ovens and big industrial size heat guns. Does anybody remember that, or am I the oldest stamper here? Okay. Okay, there we go. Done. Put that back up there. Now, whoops, shake the world. The question is, can you just see me? I just hit the camera with my cutter. Okay, so I'm using my little Fiskars cutter. I like it because there's a wire in here that tells me exactly where my cutting blade's going. And I usually don't cut sideways like this. I would usually have it towards me, but I'm trying to do stuff on camera for you. Okay, so I'm not sure which way this card's going, so I cut it long, and I'll put that back in my scrap bin and over on my little holder here, and get out those other pieces we were talking about earlier. I think I like it like that, you guys. Okay, and I can't believe I didn't get any adhesives up. Okay. So let's start by the other side of this is that dark green plaid by using this tape runner. Single element cooking, yeah, there you go. Single element heat gun. Okay. Give that a good rub. And this is gonna go across here, I think. And then we're gonna put a bunch of trees and then him on top was my plan. Tree. with all the little carvings. I love this. 2. Maybe this one in behind there too also. So maybe it looks like part of the same tree or another tree. Maybe lower or higher. I think I'll stick with those ones. Now, I'm just reaching for some adhesive, ladies, some glue, because for some reason I got all ready for me and didn't pull out the bottle of glue because I was doing bits and pieces and organizing myself, and I didn't glue anything down, so I don't have any glue handy, and my glue drawer has been moved, I think. There we go. Okay, apologies, I'll be right back. I have sparkles and everything around, but no glue. That's crazy. So you know, I think if you watch one of my first lives, we were doing it from the kitchen table. Well, the nice thing now is that we are setting up at the warehouse, and I'm finally having a room all to myself to work on things. The bad thing is we're still setting it up, and I've been trying to do lives this week in total, utter chaos. You would laugh if you saw the rest of this room, or you might relate. Okay, here we go. Nouveau crystal glaze, that'll work. And okay. I can't find my Barely Arts glue. I don't know where it is. I've been using it. Okay, sorry for that interruption, ladies. I've grabbed a bottle of Nouveau. This is actually crystal glaze, but it will work. This one actually adds dimension. It's kind of like glossy accents. Okay, let's glue these down. Glue some of this down. Dashing through the snow. And because we're putting a deer on top of these trees, I won't give them dimension. And I'm going to stick these two in the middle, top of each other. So this is sort of breaking that whole rule of odd numbers, but I just wanted some different shape in there. Maybe I should have done it off to the side. Okay, our little deers. There are so many little deers in this set to play with. There's this one, and then there's another one with the ears apart, or it's just the ear that go flat, which is quite kind of cute. I'm going to put him here, like that. Let's put my block on this while this dries for a second. So these would benefit, and there's so many. Again, I've been having so much fun. I pulled out chalks, I pulled out inks. These would benefit from a little color, right? So you could put shadow and stuff on them. But there's also something to be said with not using glitter and not using that and having that flat graphic look. Okay, so let's pretend that's down enough for now. And pull out my glue here, and I'm going to use my tweezers and put him right about there, right in the center of those trees, I think. I've got him low enough or high enough, and I would think I'd like those a little bit. This is the nice thing about glue, ladies. You can wiggle it around. Okay. I'm going to actually put his head on a foam dot. Yes, I'm going to do that. Pop it up just a touch, so it's going to have a little dimension and be ahead of his body, right? See, the nice thing about all these details is you really don't need to put anything in them, but okay. On goes his head, right about there. Now, oh, you'll see his nose is missing. So we can do one of two things. We can tape a little piece of red right behind it, like this. So he has a little red nose, if you want to have a red nose. It's funny how we do that, eh? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Or a little piece of black, or you can pop in the other one and color it. I'm just looking for his nose right now. It's probably in the bottom of my box here. As I said, I cut out so many of these and had so much fun doing it. And this is really something you could assembly line if you got it, if you wanted to do a bunch for Christmas. Sorry, I'm almost got the nose. It's tiny. It's really tiny. A good thing to do if you had a plan to leave the noses in would be to put a little piece of tape in behind it or something like that when you are there. And I've changed my mind. I'm just going to pop in a piece of dark paper over that nose with a little bit of sequin tape. Okay, so the tiniest little darkest nose, which is actually one of his antlers I ripped apart to be efficient here, and a little piece of sequin tape. There we go. I'll push down. Is my head sitting in the camera? Sorry, ladies. There we go. And pull up the back of that sequin, and sometimes you're just all thumbs. There we go. Sorry if this is off camera, ladies. It's a little finicky. It doesn't have to be this finicky. As I said, if you pre-plan the fact that you want a black nose or a brown nose, you can just tape it in behind with a little piece of washi or something to make it stay. Okay, this is not working for me, which is crazy. Okay, we're going to put this in and we're going to pivot because that's what you do when you're on live and you don't have a choice. I have stickles. Actually, this is not stickles. This is liquid pearls. So, and I'm not going to do that right this very moment because you know what will happen. Okay, so when I saw these guys, I really thought that they needed red felt hats. And look, this is what happened. I could not find my red felt. Let's not say I don't have red felt because I know I do. So I was like, oh, but I really, really, really want it. So this is the process that what ended up doing. I have, these are alcohol ink felts, okay? I then took alcohol ink and dripped it on here. And then to get it to spread, I sprayed it with alcohol. Now, really messy. Really played with it to get the alcohol to move to how I liked it because there was a lot of splotches in it, okay? So now I have a nice little piece of red felt. And I ran it through the machine and cut stuff out. But this is really messy, ladies. What would be less messy is once you cut your pieces out, your white pieces out, is to add a drop of alcohol ink to them and then add, so I was using poppy, and then use your alcohol and let it spread. And you have these nice little pieces instead of this big piece that you're trying to get even. These ones I use Copics on. So what I did was sprayed them with alcohol and then use Copics. very little inky fingers. This is from doing this, ladies. So this is the one I dripped the ink on and then tried to move it around with some alcohol ink and saturated it to get nice even color. A little messy, but these cut through. So well, I've got this and it dries. Alcohol ink is great for so many things. One of these days I'll just sit and do a whole video on it, I think, for you. Okay, so this comes off and into my little machine that's just off camera. I love my little machine. It cuts really well. Let's see if I can put it on. It's really solid when you put it down with the suction cup, but I'm just going to hold it right now and run that through. I always find I never have to do more than one pass. And I'm just going to pull these up, put those back on my magnetic sheet, and pull these little hats off. Okay. There. Put those on my with the other ones you saw there. So yes, I thought these little deer needed felted hats. I didn't want sparkly. I didn't want, just pulling that off. There we go. So now I have a little set of felty hats for these guys. And this one does still need his antlers, so let's put those on. We're not doing too good, ladies, time-wise. I keep getting sidetracked, don't I? I have 4 cards that I wanted to show you, so we'll see what happens here. I'm going to glue that in. Oh, I like that right over his thing. And do we want the kind of orange hat on him? Let's see. I love the felt hat. Okay. Or is it more dark red? I think it's this one. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, little dabble do ya. I'm going to actually put it on my project as opposed to the hat, because then I'll know it's in the right spot. And all the details, it's probably very hard to tell on camera, but all the details are in that little hat. So I'm just double checking which side to put it on. And we're done. Whoops. And ta-da, we're done. Now the glue's still drying on this, so I'm not going to set it up right at this very moment. I'm going to put a block on it and let that happen. So there's our first card, Dashing Through the Snow. That's the Hero Arts paper. And the Hero Arts palm green and that plaid from, the plaid pad from Photo Play. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Hello, Denise. Thank you. I'm glad you liked that card. So the other thing nice about my little machine is I don't know if these are the original pads, but they really don't scar. They're much harder than the Sizzix, the other ones from my big machine. I tend to go through those a lot faster, but use them both very often. Okay, so let's get on to the next card, because as I said, I have a lot planned for you, but I don't know if we'll get it all done now. Okay. Okay, let's do a simple one. And I think I have all the pieces done for this, so I won't really. And it's simple and easy. This back again to this set is so much fun. There's so many things you can do. What I did with this, or what I want to do with this, is I have cut all these bright green trees out of the paper. I think this is 3 passes, I think. And I'm going to do them on different levels with, oops, I don't need my tweezers. Just like talk about simple, ladies, right? Like I can whip a bunch of these up while I'm watching a movie with my husband. Or whether that be the actual trees or there. Let's put this one in behind here. Okay. Now, I was playing with looking for words and the stamps. Now, they have nice little stamps. And to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of that little strippy saying fad that's going on right now. I do like my die cut words, and I liked picked this one because I like mixed fonts, and I just liked it, okay? But it's a good size. Did I do his nose after all that? I didn't. On the other card, all I was going to do was finish off his nose with the ruby red liquid pearls, which I will do, but I didn't want to do it until the end, or else I know I would have had red dots all over the place. What do you think, ladies? Left, right, center? Okay, and I'm going to put this here somewhere, I think. Okay, and give them a hat. The hats are what make this. And you know what? I have a lot of different... I have some sets of hats that... like Santa hats and bowler hats and stuff in different sizes for pictures and stuff I thought would be fun. I'm just going to tack this down a little bit. I like using adhesive on this, and if I'd been more prepared, I would have had my Sukwang pen out, because that's what I like to use. Okay, let's throw this in here. This one's not, and again, I do go, this is one of my go-tos. It's one of my favorite dyes. I like the mixed font. I like the size of it. Yeah, so it's, did I mention this? This is my paper rose one. And it comes with two, like it says Merry Christmas, and then it has the 2 and the U and a nice little swirl. So, a little dab, little glue on here. And this is why I like glue. I was all keen when we started putting adhesive on the back, like the Sukwang tape, and peeling it off. But you get one chance at that. And I'm not a one chance girl. I'm not the perfectionist. I like to be able to put it down and squish it just a little bit, because you know it's, there we go. Oops. See this? There. So yes, it's all solid except the CSS. And it really doesn't take a lot to add those little bits. Merry Christmas. And I'm hoping it's straight. I normally would have my head right over this, but if it's not, that's okay. Okay, lid on glue, and let's get some adhesive on those. Okay. Oh, my Merry Christmas. You haven't seen mixed fonts like that? Right, and again, you know, I'm pulling out things that I love to use. I'm not pulling out one of the new, the new trend is with all the scripts, and they have the background piece on them. But yeah, Paper Rose is fun. They're from Australia, so they have a lot of their own sort of bits and pieces that, you know, aren't necessarily the trends. It's like when I find now when everybody will have a rainbow because all of a sudden it's trendy or kind of thing. Okay, so I'm laying these down, ladies. I'm not pushing them down because I might want to move them. And I know that if I just think I'm going to do it this way and line up the stems. But who knows, I might change my mind. I do that. Okay. Sticky thing on, stick back off. Okay. Yeah, my tweezers. I love these tweezers. These are the Be Creative tweezers, which are the same ones who distribute the Be Creative tape or the Sukwang tape in Canada. And what she did is she sourced surgical somewhere, and I think they're a really good price. I couldn't tell you what that price is right now, but I do love my these little tweezers. They have a great tip on them. The tip also works for when you get stuff stuck into your dies. It fits right in there. It's great to pull. They're just perfect for everything. I just pushed that tree down after I said, oh, I'm not going to, didn't I? Okay, so that tree's stuck there. And they pull backings off. Did you see that? They pull backings off the, I guess that's kind of a little matchy-matchy. I don't want matchy-matchy. Okay. They're great for pulling the back off your adhesives. I think I'm working on screen, ladies. You can see right here my tape border that tells me at the bottom where I think the camera can see, and I have one on the tape on the top, but I didn't do one for my sides. So I'm going to stick that one in there so it's a little closer, not so matchy-matchy. Okay. On and off again. If I used my tweezers more, my fingers wouldn't have been red. I didn't think about it. Just grabbed it and had to work. Let's stick this one a little higher just to give it depth. So, and he'll be behind me. If I put my deer there, he won't be there. So I'm enjoying, especially with this, for some reason, these Whittles, that sort of flat graphic look. There's no sparkle or glimmer or shimmer to these. It's sort of that old cartoon look, I guess. I'm going to stick this one. Okay, so I didn't, oh, maybe I did stick it down too hard. I just kind of tapped it in place, but I just think I want to stick this in here underneath a little bit. There we go. So the borders here are kind of the same, ladies. That's what I was going for, and because I didn't want it all evenly spaced. Okay, push them all down. Break out our deer. This is one of the side deers. Now, they don't have tails, which kind of bothers me. I might have to work on that. Think about a solution for that. I'm going to grab a pair of his antlers, which I cut out in the coconut, and glue them down. Because reindeers have tails. They have like puffy little white tails, don't they? And I was actually, when I was looking at reindeers for colors, I saw a lot of them were sort of like gray, which was interesting. But with the Christmas, I didn't want to use gray. Now Jess loves gray, and I'm sure, I just gave him a tail. See, I'm talking about tails, and I want to give him a tail, and I just put his glue where the tail should be. Okay, I'm readjusting my glue here to his head. I like to put it sometimes on the actual big piece where I want it, because then I don't have to worry about like making it work. So I'm gonna put this back at a little bit of an angle, like that, I think, and maybe I need more trees, and put him in here. Maybe I should have spread those trees out more. Oh well, too late. We're just gonna have to do it this way. And there is a smaller deer. Let's just see what he looks like. This is what I mean, like, I've been having so much fun. I just go digging back in my box and find a new piece. I don't like what's happening. Okay. And again, this is the same red from the hat. This one's cut out of paper. And I'm actually, can we stick it like this? Nope. Stick it in and around his horns and his ear. I think I'm gonna have to slot. I'm gonna slot this, ladies, with my scissors. Just slot it up. Oh, maybe I should do it a little back. actually be jaunty because I don't want his hat to look like that. I want it to be, I'm going to slot this hat like that and slip it on there. There you go. That's kind of how they wear those slouchy hats now, isn't it? Okay. I'm going with the big guy. I'm probably going to find something to add his tail onto. And maybe some more trees on here. Okay. I'm going to add double foam squares on him, like pile them up, so that he has more depth than the trees. These foam squares are my go-tos. They are, as you can see, nice and small and convenient to work with, but they're thin, so they give it a little depth, and if you want more, you can just double them up. Okay, there we go. Him and his jaunty hat. He needs some more trees behind him. Maybe some big trees too. Okay, he needs, I'm gonna cut another set of trees. There we go. And put them on in here. Okay, that's paper. Back again to, oh, is that right color? These are the really big trees. I didn't use them for this card, but maybe I should have. Or cut them. Ooh, I can just cut them. See, he's gonna look so much better with a big tree behind him. Or bigger tree behind him. Let's see. What do you think, ladies? More trees or less trees? Could use a small drop of nouveau drops in beige. Oh, yes. Thank you. That's a really good idea, Denise. Football shape. Yeah, I like that idea too. A tiny leaf. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I don't have those handy though. But there's this concept. So I'd love to see, you're right, a little half a leaf or a little nouveau drop, at least to sort of give it on the flat cards would work. I need to put this in the pot and let it ruminate a little bit. I need to think about these trees, if I want little trees or big trees or what. So I'm not going to actually stick these two down, but I'm going to call it done because I'm sure you ladies have a good concept of what I was trying to accomplish here. Ooh, see, and I would like this up high touching the Christmas. I'm wishing I had sort of squished it just a little bit more and maybe used some of these bigger trees with it. So I will probably play with that later off camera, but we are getting really low on time and I still have 2 more cards to show you. So off this one goes. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to put this one down to dry there. Okay. Okay. So I have a bunch of these cards and they're pre-made with the little peekaboo windows. And I thought they were perfect for this. So I, again, cut my Merry Christmas out. Same one. It just worked. It was on my desk. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way it looked. This one has a lot more deers on it, though. So I'm popping out those little pieces that didn't quite come out. And I'm going to glue my Merry Christmas up here in the corner. And now I'm making sound effects for you so you can hear me put on glue. There we go. A little here, a little there. There is another product that I do like called Sticky Dots. I think it's Sticky And it's really nice because you can lay it down and pull it up, lay it down on it, and it just puts adhesive where it is. But back again too, there is something nice about glue when you can reposition it. Okay, so let's get this straight. The glue I'm using will dry clear, so I'm not worried too much about those drops. Where's my block? Okay. Oops. I think I forgot to glue down that R. What do you think, ladies? Oh, okay. Put a little tap there. The nice thing about when I use the pen, the Sukwang pen, is that it's blue, and you can see where the glue is. Okay. And today I don't have my extra little light on the phone. That gives me workspace glue. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Get my C and my S back. Get in there. A little on S, a little dabble do ya. I'm not too worried about this because I'm thinking I'm covering it up with the big tree. Yeah. Okay, but I will try to get my other S straightened. I cut it back up. So I should have more than enough S's, but I don't. Probably still in the bin. There it is. Okay. Grab it. Yeah, you like more trees, Denise? Yeah, I think I do too. We'll see. Could do them all the way across the card. Okay, so I have my Merry Christmas, and now we're gonna put some trees in here. And this one's going right in here where I made that big mistake, or maybe I'll pull down a little bit there. I want it stuck right in here. So yes, there are lots of dies that will do this, ladies. As I said, I happen to have a bunch of window cards like this ready to go. So I'm lucky. Let's put this one beside it. Did I just blow that? I think I want this one. No, let's do that. Okay. I think it kind of has to go there now. And put this one over here, maybe. Going off this side. Now this is the darker one because this red is that blue red. This green is the ponderosa, which is perfect for pine, right? Now, I'm gonna throw one of these big, I guess you should be walking where, there we go. Glue on his butt. Oh, did we not give that? Oh, we did give that guy a hat because I was making it all jaunty. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this on a block to dry it in a bit, guys. And I have, now before I go any further, I have a question for you, ladies. What do you think goes behind these windows? The snowflakes, or maybe it's just snowflakes today? That's funny. Oh, I do. Oh, where's my box? It's here. It's within reach. Just there we go. Or snowflakes, or the glitter paper. What do you think? I might have cut a Merry Christmas out of my glitter paper. So what do you think? Glitter paper or snowflakes, ladies? I'll wait for some comments while I continue. Oh, goodbye, Denise. I'll wait for some comments about acetate, the snowflake acetate, or the glimmer paper. The glimmer paper will match that, so that's kind of nice. But there's something about anyway, that appeals to me too. And since I couldn't decide, I'm gonna let you guys. Okay, so we have the tree. We need some more deers. Okay, let's put this guy together and sit him up front. You're right, with it, so cannot grab stuff without my nails. Let's put him here, I think. 2. Where is he gonna stick to? He's gonna stick to right there. This way. I don't have to worry about rotate. By putting the glue on my project, ladies, I don't have to worry about rotating it into the right spot or putting glue on like this side. Okay. And his head. Now this is the other, I believe this is the other deer that we were using with the straight out ears. So I just want to drop the glue there to hold that together. And I'm going to put it low enough so the glue doesn't come through his nose. But I do have a nose cut for him, so I'm going to grab it. Stick it in there, and I'm actually going to grab, oops, and rotate him in there. There we go. And we need that other little deer. This is the littlest deer on here. And I think I'm just gonna cut. See, he hasn't tell either. It's just weird to me. Put him there. Okay, I know it's just his nose, so I'm going to put it on his nose that's holding him, because I don't want to try to glue those legs. There we go. Okay, ladies. So how's that for another really fast card? I'm trying to get these things through. But it's that kind of fun. You cut all these pieces, and you just start creating. Now, Denise says she's going to duck out, but did anybody comment about snowflakes or snowflake acetate in behind, or the glitter paper, or you know what, there's no reason it couldn't actually just sit like that too. It's kind of fun. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I do like the peekaboo windows, and I could put sparkly paper behind it, or I can put the acetate window behind it. Okay. And since nobody's, thanks, Carol. Since nobody's commenting about that, I'm going to leave, I'm going to lay it flat and put a block on it to dry, because I did use adhesive, and set it aside. And if somebody comments and lets me know, I'll finish off the card with what they say. Otherwise, I'll let it ruminate. I am really bad for that. I have one more card. I know it's going to take us a couple more minutes over. I apologize. I just want to show you guys everything. I was having so much fun. Okay, so I already told you I was using acetate panels. I also used my MFT globe. I wanted to do a little globe because I like the pieces. It's not too fussy, and it just works. Okay, so let's do this. And do I have a piece of red card handy? Oh, I don't. What's that? I must have cut it up. That's okay. I have lots of card here. I think it'll look best on red, so I'm going to grab the red from down here. And I'm choosing the hibiscus because it's just bright and orange and Christmassy to me. And I'll just cut a panel really quick. Oops, crash. I must have made a red card. Sorry, I'm going to have to... So So the last card I didn't put any hats on. I thought we had enough hats. So I'm going to have to use the, there we go. Four and a quarter. Five and a half. There we go. Okay. And because this card is nice and heavy, and I know that, oh, it's going to not crease well. For some reason, my tool is not there. So I'm using the end of my end of my thing. So if you've ever talked to Diana, she will tell you the story of the $5,000 click. She wanted you to be able to have your tool handy. I cannot see, ladies. She wanted you to have your tool handy. So if you see my head sticking in, yeah, it's there. Okay. I have not broken down and bought bifocals yet, so sometimes it's just a little more challenging, and because I'm not using the right tool, it's not quite going where it's supposed to. Anyway, back to my little story. They had a space for it here and you could grab it, but she didn't like that. So she wanted this little tool to get this little piece to come in inside. So every time you put it in, it goes click. So you know you've done it right. But the redesign cost her like $5,000. So you have to appreciate the little things sometimes. Okay, so there's my card. And let's put it this way. And the pieces I cut out of this were for the snow globe. And I moved them out of the way because, there they are, because I was trying to cut. Okay, so I cut one piece from the snowflake, one piece of clear. And I'm going to put this here and put my snowflake in behind. Now, cut this a little funny. There we go. Okay. So on top of my snow globe, I'm going to lay these pieces of ground that came from the snow globe set. There's also a mound in the, now that I think about this, there is a mound in the, oops, and I cannot pick it up for the life of my life. Where are my tweezers? There we go. That would have done really nice too. But this came with it. They were there. They had the set. So it was like kind of what I do. Okay, wrong glue. There we go. Wrong glue, right glue. So I'm going to glue these pieces down into my acetate. Because I just, when I saw the little deers, I pictured them in snow globes. So this was my answer. Okay. And these pieces are designed to fit right in the bottom of it. And then when you put the piece of the brown piece over top, it works. Now, do you need a snow globe thing? No, not at all, ladies. This is a circle. And this, you can definitely, this bottom piece, you can definitely cut by hand. And I'm going to place this on top. There we go. Oops. I did put adhesive on that, right? Yes, I just didn't put it on the tip. Sorry, ladies. Bad lighting. Can't put stuff in my face because I'm on camera. Okay. Okay, let's hold that for a sec because that does have to kind of stay where you want it to be. Okay. And so my thought process on this is two cute little trees and our little deer and some really big horns. Okay, our little deer sitting here on the bottom of this, sort of 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I'm just going to be brave and glue everything There, right in the snow. Glue him there. I've done 2 different colored trees for this one. Glue these right onto the acetate because this glue will work to do that. 1 tree, 2 trees. Now, back to breaking the rules of composition, but there are 3 items, not 3 trees, so it works, still works, ladies. Okay, I did do them different colors. I'm just gonna give those trees a minute to wrap on. And we're almost done. Thank you for holding out. I'm going to glue these horns onto him. Oops, not dry yet. Oh. It needs a little time to set up. We are gluing onto the glitter paper, but that's okay as we rush through these. Add some horns to him. Behind his head. Okay. So my snow globe part is done. And now what I want to do is, and I have it right here, is I'm using my Stickles crystal because vellum's really hard to stick together without the stuff showing. So I thought, why bother? I've got that nice little iridescent glitter paper on the bottom. I'm just going to put a dab of glitter on all my snowflakes and smush it together, and I won't have to worry, and it'll stick together. Now, the other thing these lend themselves to, ladies, is cutting out piles and piles of white elements. Run them through white one night. If you're thinking about your Christmas cards, I'm putting this on top, and then the sparkly, there we go, should hold it. Oh, I should have glittered right there too. I'm going to sneak this open just for a sec. I forgot the very top one, which is remiss of me. Sorry, to cut out a bunch of white ones, and then you can shade them and stuff with your either with your markers or your chalks, some watercolor paints, and have a lot of fun that way. That was another whole branch I could have gone off on, but again, we only have so much time. Okay, so let's position this here. I'm going to Sukwang it in behind. Usually I would give stuff more time to dry, ladies. Okay, I'm going to tape my snow globe down. I'm going to use more tape than that because I will need it to stick to the paper and to the acetate. So we're going to put some really low. End to end. That's hanging over a little bit. I'm just giving it a trim. And I'm going to put some more up high. There we go. And I usually use my tweezers to do this, so it's a little fussier. Okay, so he's in place where I like him. I'm going, oh, but I do want to put a piece of Sukwang tape right here in behind, ladies. So I have my little snow globe within it snowing, because Sukwang's the best, or the Be Creative tape is the best. And we all need to thank Haroldine for finding it and bringing it. So, okay, so we're gonna put him down where I want him.
my nice little snow globe. Put his bottom down. And oops, I smushed. Okay, oops. I smushed it, ladies. Okay, but that's okay. You get the idea. And I was going to bring back in. I really went nuts with this die today, didn't I? I guess I should have tried some of those cute little stamps. Actually, one of those cute little stamps would work there. But back again, too, I like to bring elements back into my card. And so I'm going to glue this here and glue my letters down properly. 1, 2, and I'm almost done. Christmas, 1 S, 2 S's, and a C, which is not showing up on my table right now, but it's probably in the box. I will finish this off. I want to thank you so much for hanging around. Yes, Tiana, this has been so much fun. Just cutting all these parts. I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but this set has been so much fun. I just cut, you know, tons of pieces in my box and then started playing with them, and the combinations are endless. And I didn't even change fonts, or change Merry Christmas dies. It just kind of went with it, and I felt good when I like how much space it takes up. I will finesse these and post a picture in a bit. And I hope you enjoyed your time. I'm glad you joined me today. And we will see you. Oh, join Allison tomorrow. She's playing with the All and Create. This cute little pug. He just makes me laugh. And then so Allison is back. Yay. She's got her own craft space, and I guess her husband got the basement all wired for her, and she's ready to go. Either that or she's got the extension cords going. Oh, did I show you? I didn't show you. If you joined me on Tuesday, we were playing with, oh, that's okay. Never mind. It's already way past my time. Thank you so much, ladies. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some inspiration and some ideas. Pull out your Christmases, pull out your circles and your squares, and so many ideas. We did a little peekaboo with deer. We did the snow globe. We did the nice and basic shape with they're all sitting here in different spots on the floor, drawing with their blocks on. So I don't want to pull them up right now, but I will post a picture later. Join Allison tomorrow.